right, we've got another Vanderpump Rules update. So Raquel Leviss apparently showed no remorse at the Vanderpump Rules reunion, according to Lala Kent. And Lala compares her to the Joker. So Lala was on Sheena's podcast Shenanigans this week, and this is where she claims that Raquel Leviss was like scary like the Joker, saying that she had zero remorse for her affair with Tom Sandoval and that she had not shed a single tear. She said that she actually smiled, which to me is kind of twisted. I mean, taking what Lala said with a grain of salt, right? Because obviously there's a lot of emotion and you're going to, maybe exaggerate something. But like to say that there were no tears shed and that she actually like kind of smiled about it. I mean, it's kind of weird, right? Like, I feel like their behavior, her going and sleeping over at Tom's, which I know they've come out and they're claiming that Raquel did not spend the night, that she was just, shopping in the neighborhood in Valley Village, because that's everybody's shopping destination is to go to Valley Village and go to the mall out there and go shopping. When she clearly had a duffel bag, a travel bag with her as she was loading into her car. And I'm like, okay, she didn't go and take that as her shopping bag. It's not like, when you go to Whole Foods and you're like, oh, let me take my own tote bag so that I don't have to waste a bag. No, she didn't bring her Bay's duffel bag to go shop at the Sherman Oaks Mall. Like, that's just not a thing. So I don't believe that she didn't spend the night. Why else would you have an overnight bag? There was an eyewitness that claimed they saw you come to Tom's at 11 p.m. Why would you be at his house at 11 p.m. if there wasn't like some boom boom in the bedroom action or whatever? But it's just, it's interesting to me because it feels like she and Tom just don't give a shit. Like, Tom's not leaving the house. Raquel, like, can't be bothered by the optics of all of this. If she really had no remorse at the reunion, which is what it sounds like, then to me, it's like, I don't, like, I know a couple weeks ago, I was like, they should lean into the villain era and they should be total Spidey and all of that stuff. But I'm also just like, maybe have a little tact. Or if you're going to lean into the villain era, stop giving us these BS I'm so sorry statements to the press. So when people are like, why are you so hard on Raquel? It's like, because she gives these BS apologies exclusively to the press and does these interviews with TMZ outside a nail salon, where she's talking about how, she wishes she could have done things better and she's sorry that she heard Ariana and she reached out to Ariana, but Ariana wasn't receptive. Well, yeah, bitch, she's not going to be receptive when you're over here in her house, in her apartment. It's weird. It's creepy. It's like, why do they not feel bad about this affair? Like, why, like, either go all in or don't go all in. Either go all in and be like, we're going to be one big happy couple, because they're also like saying that, like, we don't know what we are and we don't know where we stand and we don't know what's going on. But it's like, you guys are clearly dating. So like, pick a lane. Either go all in and let us drag you for it, or don't go all in and try to act like there's some shred of remorse, because at least Kristen felt bad for banging Jax. Like, even the two of them, Kristen and Jax, were very clear that like they didn't kiss when they hooked up. It was just sex. It only happened 2 times, and they were like riddled with guilt about it, or at least Kristen was. Jax, I'm sure, like kind of felt bad, but like not really. I guess he didn't really have any remorse. But it's just like, it's weird. And then people are like, oh, well, Ariana, she cheated. How you get them is how you lose them. But I'm like, she didn't cheat with Tom. She didn't have a 7-month affair with Tom. Tom told her that he had broken up with Kristen, so she made out with him in Vegas. And then once she found out, if you go back and watch the season, you'll see it. Once she found out that he wasn't actually broken up with Kristen, that's when she was like, okay, yeah, no, you need to figure out your shit with Kristen and then we can be a thing. And then they decided to be a thing. But so that Raquel and Tom currently are saying that they're not putting a label on things. Also odd. Like, just tell us you're in a full-blown relationship and just tell us you don't give a shit about wrecking up your friendships with the people that you had around you. Like, what else do you have to lose? You lost your moral compass. You lost your dignity. You lost your panties. Like, I don't know. What more do you have to lose? What do you guys think of all of this? I know Kate Casey's like been guesstimating or making predictions that she thinks Raquel will be pregnant come the new season of Vanderpump. I wouldn't be surprised at this point. I honestly would not be surprised if they decided to go all in and have a baby together. I think it would be weird and strange and creepy, and it does feel like Sandoval maybe is kind of taking advantage of her, because Raquel she's not the sharpest tool in the shed, right? Like, she's a little dull. Like, we can be honest about that. Like, call a spade a spade. It's not me trying to be mean, but if anything, the point that I'm trying to make is she's impressionable. And I think Sandoval, like, somebody made that point about how like Ariana is not somebody that you can that you can manipulate necessarily, but Raquel is somebody that you can manipulate, and I feel like that's exactly what we have going on here. I think it's a little, it's just I can't. We know Lala and James come hard at Sandoval and Raquel at the reunion. Apparently, also according to Sheena, the two Toms were not the ones that got into the near brawl at the reunion, like Jax alluded to, because Jax wasn't there, but Sheena seemed to allude to the opposite, and it wasn't Schwartz and Sandy. So that takes me back to thinking maybe it was Schwartz and James, or Sandy and James. I don't know. But Sandy Balls needs to dust off his balls and, like, I don't know, try to find some shred of dignity. Like, okay, at this point, commit, right? Move out of the house, get a new apartment, or move into her apartment, have her give up her lease, go into an apartment together. But they're like, well, we don't know what our relationship is right now. Clearly, it's at least friends with benefits. It's villains with benefits at this point, right? We're getting each other off. These two are just ridiculous. I can't.